So have I ever told you guys that I have a problem? I have a backup bottle buying problem. I know, maybe I'm the only one, maybe I'm not, maybe some of you guys can relate, but I buy a lot of backup bottles, and there's a reason for that. Whether it be it's a scent that has been reformulated and I want to get some of the older bottles, maybe it's a scent that I don't want to get reformulated so I want to stock up on it, or maybe it's just something that I know I wear a lot and I want to have some extra bottles on hand so that way I can access them if I need to. And I'm not condoning you to go out and purchase a bunch of backup bottles of your favorite fragrances. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to give you some info on these fragrances. I mean, look, there's a reason why I've purchased these multiple times. It's because I really like them and I think they're really good. So if you've been on the fence about some of these fragrances, you're like, okay, I see it talked about, maybe it's one that's hyped up, but I don't know if I should buy it. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know my thoughts on these. And of course, if I've purchased them multiple times, that's because I actually think that they're pretty good. It's not just like I'm trying to hype them up just to hype them up. Like, these are scents that I love and I want to share that with you. So if you guys like videos like this, make sure you get subscribed down below. It helps out the channel. And hey, I'm sharing with you guys my addiction, my problem of buying multiple bottles of the same fragrance. And do remember, I will provide links to all these fragrances down below if you want to check any of these out, pick any of these up. Hit those links down there and it'll take you right to it. Let's not waste any more time. We have some stuff to get into here today. Let's get into it. First fragrance up, we have Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. This is the Eau de Toilette concentrate. I have a few bottles of these. This is really one of my favorites from Chanel, along with Bleu de Chanel and, you know, Platinum Egoiste. It's some of my favorites. What I love so much about this one is how versatile it is. You can wear this for anything, anytime, anywhere. Like, this is a scent that you can just spray on no matter the situation. It works for anything. And I love having that versatility on hand when I don't know what I want to wear and I don't have time to really sit there and think about it. This is one that I can just pick up and spray on, and it's going to work regardless of what I'm doing. It's got good performance as well, so there's no need for me to reapply it throughout the day. It's just a scent that works. This one's pretty easy to run through. Again, you only need 2 to 3 sprays. At least that's what I do, because I get good performance from it, both the EDT and the new EDP concentrations. I get good performance from all of them, so there's no issues there. But what you will find if you're familiar with Chanel fragrances is that, well, these atomizers, they're beast mode. Like, they pump out a lot of fragrance, and because of that, you can put a dent in one of these bottles quicker than you may think. I mean, you'd be surprised if you shine your phone flashlight through here, you'll see that that juice level goes down pretty quick. So it's one that, you know, is pretty easy to run through. It's one that I wear a lot just because I personally enjoy it, and it's one that I like to have a few bottles on hand with. That's Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. Up next, we have Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male. So, a little story about this one. Originally, I bought this one about 3 years ago. You can actually go back on my channel and look at my review. Again, it was about 3 years ago. That was when I first got it. I loved the scent back then. I still love it now. Ended up swapping this for a older bottle of Dior Homme Intense. It was just a swap, me and someone else did. And so I was without this one for a while. And fall would come around and I started craving it. I'm like, man, you know what? Fall's here. I miss Ultra Male. You watch my top 10 fall list, this one was very high. Even though it's probably more of a winter scent, there's something about it for me that I love it in the fall. So I started craving it. And I believe it was last fall/winter, maybe around in October. I don't know for sure. I ended up picking up a bottle again, and I actually picked up another one after that, a 2015 older bottle. So I've purchased this one 3 times now. If that doesn't say that I really enjoy the scent, I don't know what does, because this one is a bit controversial. It's very sweet, like very sweet. You know, it's youthful, it's playful, it's juvenile, it's, you know, whatever, you know, it's not going to be for everyone. You know, for me, it's one that I just enjoy. It's a great scent for me, really good performance, and one that I love to wear in fall. Up next here, we have a tie between 2 Yves Saint Laurent fragrances. We have Rive Gauche Pour Homme and M7 Oud Absolu. So each of these I've purchased a couple times now just because I love them, man. These kind of go in and out of stock in weird ways and you can't get them sometimes. So I just wanted to make sure I had enough on hand in case something were to happen, discontinuation, whatever. I want to have them because these are 2 of my favorite designer fragrances, and the fact that they're both from YSL really says something. I mean, these things are great. Rive Gauche Pour Homme, a magical, sexy barbershop scent. Just one of my favorites. M7 Oud Absolu, a nice oud, patchouli, orange scent. Both are great. They're both just bang for your buck. Really good scents. This one is kind of hard to find right now. I don't know what's going on, but this one I will have a link to it down below to pick up. These are great. Up next, we have this guy, Creed Aventus. He doesn't show his face on the channel much anymore just because, well, I know you guys are tired of it at this point. So most top 10 videos, this one is just not in there. And also, I don't find myself wearing this one much anymore either. You know, I've purchased it probably about 7 times at this point, just different batches. I was into it at one point. Now I don't really keep up with it or care to keep up with it that much anymore. This is my 19 Z01 in batch, which I purchased just to share my thoughts with you guys. I did a video about 5 months ago. I bought the newest batch of Creed Aventus. Here's how it is. And I compared it to other stuff. You can search my channel for it. It's still Creed Aventus. Still has good performance. I've said this in a couple videos. I went to a wedding this past summer. It was a lot of fun. And I wore Creed Aventus mixed with Elysium. And guess what? This bottle went with me to the wedding. This is the one that I wore and performed really good, smelled fantastic, and it was a great scent. So it's Creed Aventus. Batch variation stuff aside, it's a really nice scent. I don't wear it that much anymore except for special occasions, and I don't really feature it much anymore either. It's still a great scent, and I've purchased it a few times at this point. Moving along, we have Nuit De L'Homme. I've got a few older bottles of 2013, and I've got some 2009 partial bottles. This is a 2017, and it's a beautiful scent. That cardamom lavender mixture is beautiful. This is just such a sexy, oriental, alluring fragrance. You know, it's still to this day one that I personally enjoy so much. Sure, it is popular, and I don't care. You know, I wear it for myself. I pick it up and smell it for myself because I love this stuff. It's a really good scent. It's been talked about so much, so I don't need to say any more, but you know, it's in this list for a reason. I've purchased it a couple times now. Following that, we have Chanel Platinum Egoiste. Got a few of the older style bottles, the, you know, taller ones with the taller cap. The cap is flush to the bottle. I'm sure you've seen pictures of them online. This is the newer style bottle. Just have them because I wear through this stuff a lot as well. And again, these atomizers, not quite as beast mode as some of the other Chanels, but they put out quite a bit. And it's just a very, very wearable, versatile scent for me. This is a lavender geranium aromatic fougere, but with a different twist, more of a soapy clean, luxurious, money-smelling, you know, smell is the best way I can put it. One of my favorites from Chanel, and again, it's one that I just am addicted to sometimes, and well, you know, I burn through it pretty quick. Up next, we have ADG Profumo. So a while back, I stocked up on this one pretty hard because I knew that they weren't going to stop with Profumo. This was before all of the other flankers were released, so you know, I didn't want them to release flankers and potentially affect this one. I didn't want them to just, you know, tweak it for any reason. I didn't want there to be any regulations that would cause this one to be dialed back. I just didn't want anything to happen to it, so I stocked up on it. Of course, now we have Absolute, Absolute Instinct, Profondo. I haven't tried any new ADG, so I'm assuming they haven't touched it. I don't want to put out any accusations that they have because I have no idea. I'm just telling you, a couple years back, I stocked up on this stuff. I love the scent still to this day. I love that smoky, sexy incense in here. It's just such a nice evening out scent with really good performance. It's ADG Profumo. Following that, we have CH Men, another one that I got a few red ribbon bottles from. I love this sugary, leathery, green scent. It's a very addicting, very almost edible type of scent as well, which is kind of weird, but it is to me. It's just such a sexy one, such a really fun one to wear. And also, these red ribbons don't perform that good either. So if you're out there looking to get it, don't go and track these down. Don't go and track down any vintage bottles. It's just not worth the price. Go to FragranceNet, get the newest version of this. It's going to be just as good as this red ribbon one. I promise you that none of them perform all that great. That's, you know, same with CH Men Privé. It doesn't perform that good either, but it does smell beautiful. It's a really nice, unique scent. Following that, we have Carner El Born. This is one of those fragrances that when I first smelled it, I was in love. I still am in love with this one. A nice boozy vanilla, like honey Peru balsam scent. It's very, very, very sweet. So not for everyone, but for me, it's for me. I love this stuff. I've got a couple bottles just because I never want to be without it. It's such a edible, like gourmand, addictive scent for me that I love to wear in the fall and winter time. It's El Born. Finally, last up, we have Dior Sauvage EDT. Similar story to ADG Profumo. At the time, I knew they weren't stopping with the EDT. I didn't want them to change it up for whatever reason. Of course, we have Parfums and EDP and Very Cool Spray now. And I actually have heard rumors that the new EDT has been tweaked. I don't know that for sure. I'm not trying to spread any info. That's just what I've heard. I haven't looked into it myself. But again, it's the same reason why I purchased a few of these EDTs back in the day, just so I wouldn't have to deal with that. And I don't even wear the scent all that much more anyway, but it is a great one that I do enjoy the smell of. I really do. I'm not a Sauvage hater. I like the scent. It works really well for a versatile wearable scent in the summertime, and it's got good performance too. So guys, that was going to do it for me. That was 10 fragrances that I've purchased more than once. Let me know down below what fragrances you bought more than once, backup bottles or whatever. Leave them down in the comments. And do remember, all of these fragrances will be linked down below in the description as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow morning with another one. Take care.